Good morning, buzzers. It's Wednesday. It's the 16th of September. I'm Mike from Buzz50, and this is Good Morning Buzzers. It's just a friendly chat amongst buzzers from all around the world. And we'll find out where everyone is later in the roll call. But we have got buzzers live in the Good Morning Buzzers room. Let's have a quick look into the Good Morning Buzzers room, where we have got so far. We've got Kirsty, Outlaw, Witchmore Gamma, Fleur Rose, Carrie May, Jeff C, Joyous One, Lauren, Old Timer 1477, Paul B, Pronto, and Tulia. So good morning to all of you. Good morning, buzzers. If you happen to be watching this live, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or the Buzz50 homepage, or anywhere else that you're watching this, if it is live, you can come and join us as well in the Good Morning Buzzers room. There's the clock chiming 7:30. It's running a bit late. I'm running a bit late as well. This morning, we have got, amongst other things, the Buzz50 joke off, where two jokes sent in by buzzers go head to head, and they're both good ones. One of the senders in is in the Good Morning Buzzers room live at the moment. We've got a saying from Mary B. We've got Name That Tune, a new one. We've got Name That Dish. That was the dish inspired by Pronto, at least the competition. We've got Spot the Difference, where something here will change when we go and have a look at the screen. What we'll be looking at when we look at the site are photos from Suffolk sent in by our international roamer up North George one. We've got birthdays, we've got new members, and as I mentioned before, we have got international roll call. So let's kick off with Name That Tune. It's a new tune, and then we'll do joke number one. I'll explain how that works. So, do you know what this tune is? You don't need to name the artist or the group, just the tune. Ooh, a bit louder, I think. That wasn't very good. Any ideas? I think that will go pretty quickly. If you guess it, you get 10,000 buzzer points. If you guess it live, either on the broadcast or by calling in, you're welcome to call in. Don't wait for me to ask you to call in. Just call in. I'll find a pause somewhere to answer it, and then you can either speak live or I'll relay what you're saying. I'll ask you whichever you want to do. So any ideas what this is? And then not what this is. I know what this is. Name that tune. 10,000 buzzer points. And if you guess it live, either by calling in, phoning in, typing in the Good Morning Buzzers room, or sending me a PM on the site, you also get to send 10,000 buzzer points to the buzzer of your choice, or at least I'll send them for you. If you're new on this, good morning, Chris. Chris MK just joined. Pronto is saying it's Yesterday by the Beatles. Pronto, you are absolutely right. It is Yesterday. I haven't got the tune lined up. I was going to play it out on a little piano or a guitar and that and play it out. So those notes, that's all it is. Yesterday, all my no, let's not. Better not. We'll have everyone leaving. If you're wondering what this is all about, this is all it is. It's an interactive chat between buzzers at 7:30 a.m. UK time, but we are from all around the world. Next thing we'll do now is the Buzz50 joke off, where I will read out a joke sent in by a buzzer. We'll mark it out of 10. Then do a few more things. Then we'll do another one, mark that out of 10, and see which one the winner is. So well done to Pronto for that. I'm sure it was Pronto that got that. Let's get this joke lined up. Get ready to laugh. Joke number one. We don't say who sent it in until afterwards. One of you is going to recognize this. A bookie was at the races playing the ponies and losing his shirt. He noticed a priest step out onto the track and bless the forehead of one of the horses lining up for the fourth race. Lo and behold, that horse, a long shot, won the race. Next race, the horses lined up. The priest stepped onto the track. Sure enough, he blessed one of the horses. Don't know how to do it properly. Not a priest. The bookie made a beeline for a betting window and placed a small bet on the horse. Again, even though it was another long shot, the horse won the race. He collected his winnings and anxiously waited to see which horse the priest would bless next. He bet big on it, and he won. As the races continued, the priest kept blessing horses, and each one ended up winning. The bookie was elated. He made a quick dash to the ATM, withdrew all his savings, and waited for the priest's blessing, which would tell him which horse to bet on next. True to his pattern, the priest stepped onto the track for the last race and blessed the forehead of an old nag that was at 100 to 1. This time the priest blessed the eyes, the ears, and the hooves of the old nag. The bookie knew that he had a winner, and he bet every cent that he owned on it. He watched dumbfounded as the old nag pulled up and couldn't even finish the race. In a state of shock, he went to the track area where the priest was. Confronting him, he demanded, "Father, what happened? All day long you blessed horses and they all won. And then in the last race, the horse you blessed never even stood a chance. Now, thanks to you, I have lost every cent of my savings." The priest nodded wisely and with sympathy. "You're not a Catholic, are you, my son?" "No, I'm Jewish." "That's the problem," said the priest. "You couldn't tell the difference between a blessing and the last rites." Ta-da! I think that was quite good. Please, can we have votes out of 10? Pronto has voted already because he knows it. And he has given it a 6. It wasn't sent in by Pronto, by the way. Let's have jokes. Let's have points sent in by everybody. Yeah, and jokes. Please, I've got a few jokes lined up, and there's some good ones. And the next joke today is really good as well. Please send in jokes, poems, anything that you've got, sayings, photos, videos. We've got that 6 from Pronto. We've got a 9 from Jess C. We've got a 6 from Fleuros. We've got a 10 from Lauren. We've got a 2 from Paul B. We've got a 5 from Carrie May. We've got an 8 from Witch Morgana. And coming up in the inside, we've got a 7 from Tulia. And on the outside, a head away, is a 5 from Kirsty. No, I've never been a racing commentator, before you tell me. A 7 from Joyous One. A 7 from Old Timer. This is a high-scoring joke. A 6 from Outlaw. And let's do now the saying sent in by, who was the saying sent in by? Mary B. Thanks for sending this in, Mary B. They say with age comes wisdom. So therefore, I don't have wrinkles. I have wisecracks. Wisecracks? Jokes? Get it? They say that with age comes wisdom, so therefore I don't have wrinkles, I have wisecracks. That's the saying, by the way. That isn't joke number 2. Joke number 2 we will do later. So if you've got any sayings or proverbs that you can send in, please send them in. What we'll do now is we would listen to Name That Tune Again, but it was yesterday. Well, it was today, but it was yesterday by the Beatles. Won by Pronto, who will get 10,000 buzzer points and can send or ask me to send 10,000 buzzer points to a friend of his choice. So let's have a look, see where we're up to. Let's switch screens, go and have a look at what we're going to have a look at on the screen, which is photos sent in very kindly by Up North George whilst he was rambling up in Suffolk. Then when we come back, we'll have a look and see if you can spot the difference. Something around here is going to change. It's just for a bit of fun. If you want to call in, call in. We used to get a few phone calls. We've got loads more people watching on YouTube, Facebook, and everywhere. If you're on the Buzz 50 homepage, click the link underneath. You can come and join us in the Good Morning Buzzers room, along with Chris MK, Kirsty, Outlaw, Witch Morgana, Fleur, Rose, Carrie May, Jeff C, Joyous One, Lauren, Old Timer, 1477, Paul B, Pronto, and Julia. So you can come and join us there, or you can call in. Let's have a look. Let's share screens now. So I'll click on here. Let's get the screen ready that we want to have a look at. There it is. I'll click on there to share screens. I'll click on there, screen share, and there, start screen share. That should be working, but just in case it's not, I'll click there, present to everyone. And here we are. So in the forums, now to get to the forums, click up here, forums, then scroll down to leisure, photography, members own photos, and you will see topics like this. Up North George has sent this in. He went on a bit of a venture down to North Suffolk earlier this week. It was a bit of an epic journey. He went by intercity train from Newcastle to Peterborough, back onto a local train to Norwich, and then down to Lowestoft. Took almost 7 hours, based in bread and breakfast. You can also click a link here to look at more photos that he's done on Flickr here. And here are the photos. Let's have a look at the Flickr ones. You could look here on the forums. Really nice. Obviously, a very adept and keen photographer is up North George. So thanks for sending all of these in. And then, of course, I don't know if you're familiar with the forums, but then everybody can comment afterwards as to what they think of the photos, so on and so forth. Thanks for sending those in. Let's end up on here on Flickr, because you can put links on the forums to other sites as well. You're welcome to do that. Amazing photos. I've never got to grips with Flickr, but it looks really, really good. Thanks for that, Up North George. Whilst we're on here, we will say happy birthday. If you want to look at birthdays, click on social at the top of the site. You see all the new members here: USA, Wales, Guernsey. First member I remember seeing from Guernsey, Northern Ireland, Canada, England. Let's not forget England, South America, all over the place. They're the latest members. 33 joined yesterday, 9 so far today. And it's happy birthday to Patricia, Molly, Deb Eileen, Papillon. Here, you can click on them, go to their pages, and wish them a happy birthday. So let's stop screen sharing, go back to here, and let's do joke number 2 and see if anybody can spot the difference. So, good morning to you again in the Good Morning Buzzers room. Hope you're all doing well in there. Chris MK has left the room. Hopefully Chris MK will come back. But Knots Gent has joined us, and Chris MK has indeed come back. So a sip of coffee out of this mug. And we will do joke number 2. So joke number 1 so far is weighing in at 6.5. So that's what we've got to beat with joke number 2. And I think that it stands a chance. Here we go. Joke number 2. The boss called one of his employees into the office. "Rob," he said, "you've been with the company for a year now. You started off in the mailroom. 1 week later, you were promoted to a sales position. 1 month after that, you were again promoted to district manager of the sales department. Just 4 short months later, you were promoted to vice president. Now, Rob, it's time for me to retire, and I want you to take over the company. What have you got to say to that?" "Thanks, Dad," said Rob. Da-dun, 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 da-dun. So let's have points coming in out of 10. All right, we've got, let's have a look. Who did this? Excuse me, spot the difference. Pronto. Did Pronto really get it first? Got a cardigan, different jacket from Jeff C. Fleur Rose, cardigan on. Hello, Fleur. How are you? Yes, a little bit mad on here. Witch Morgana, you're welcome, old timer. Mike, nice jumper. Joyous one, yes. Mike caught a chill. Mike's been to the jumble sale, says Tulia. Ha ha ha. It's a great morning here in Devon, says Jembo. Outlaw's left the room. Fleur Rose said she got it first. Okay, Fleur, well done. We've got the votes coming in for joke number 2. We've got an 8 from Fleur Rose. We've got an 8 from Jeff C. We've got 5 from Pronto. We've got a 7 from Old Time. It's going to be a close running thing. There might be a photo finish. A 9 from Lauren. 4 from Tulia. An 8 from Jembo. A 3 from Paul D. Paul is back. Paul. Unfortunately, Paul has only got 1, 2, and 3 on his keyboard. He doesn't appear to have anything higher. Every now and then he's slipped and pressed 2 numbers at once, and it's added up to something a bit higher. We've got a 4 from Witch Morgana. We've got a 7 from Kirsty. Is there going to be a photo finish? We've got a 7 from Joyous One. Oh, I think I've scrolled down wrong. I'm way behind on everything. Fleur Rose says, no, I did. Pronto says, no. Oh, they're arguing. Fleur and Pronto are arguing about who guessed the cardigan first. And we ended up there with a 7, a 7, a 4 from Chris MK, a 5 from Carrie May. Pronto saying, don't make her cry. Joyous One saying, Pony. Hi, Pony, I missed you. I'm back again. Hello. Hello, everybody. Sorry. Blimey, I shout and he still doesn't listen to me, says Fleur Rose. Outlaw is saying something on the one-to-one. I'm on YouTube, Mike, says Outlaw. I voted there. Right, let's say hi on YouTube. I'm saying hi. Can you see me? It says we're live on YouTube. 7:46, I was just checking. I'm sure YouTube knows. Loads of people watching on YouTube. Thanks for joining us there. And I know that I've missed something, but I can't work out what it is that I've missed off. So let's go and have a look at my list, my cheat list. Oh, yes, name that dish. We've got a famous dish. This was an idea because we were struggling with Name That Tune because we're not allowed to play real live music anymore or real recorded music for copyright reasons. I think, amusingly, Pronto suggested name that menu. So we've got name that dish, and we add an ingredient every day. We're adding 2 ingredients every day, and we're telling you this is a very famous recipe. We have got 1½ teaspoons of ground sage, 1 teaspoon of ground coriander, 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, a chicken, 1½ teaspoons of fine sea salt, and 2 teaspoons of egg powder. Whilst people are guessing that, can we please do what we call international roll call? Type in where you're from, type in whatever you want. You can type in just the country or the town, excuse me, whichever you want. Lauren says we have a new member from South America, Argentina. Welcome to you, whoever you are. And let's have some votes coming in for joke number 2, and I'll have a look through the list to see if we've done everything. Buzz 50 joke off, yes. Saying from Mary B, yes. Name that tune, yes. One by Pronto. Name that dish, we're doing it. Oh, look, we've got some guesses for the name that dish, and we've got crispy fried chicken. Nope, it is chicken, but it needs to be more specific. Curry chicken. Pronto's from Germany. Sal. Julia's from Cambridge. Joyous One hasn't a clue with that recipe. Fleur Rose, KFC. Yes, it is the Kentucky Fried Chicken recipe. Or that's what this site says. Which one Ganna's saying? I think that's it, Fleur. Yes, it is KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. They're getting free advertising here. We've got Jeff C from the Blue Mountains of Sydney, Australia. Carrie May from West Sussex, UK. Joyous One from Rochester, New York, USA. Lauren from Colombia. Chris MK from Worcester, UK. We've got, thanks for all the messages from Paul B. That's about the disabled group that Paul B runs, along with Titan X, who's taking the reins a little bit more now. We've got Outlaw, come back into the Good Morning Buzzers room. Welcome back to you. We've got Pronto, KFC. We've got Kirsty, welcome back, Outlaw. So, yes, that was Kentucky Fried Chicken. That was the famous dish. We did spot the difference. It was my cardigan. We had photos of Suffolk from up north, George 1. We had birthdays. Did we say who the birthdays were from? None of them have been on in the last 3 days, but happy birthday to you if it is your birthday today. New members, and we did international roll call, including Paul B from Yeovil, Jembo from East Devon, and Outlaw from Belgium. So good morning to all of you. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for sending things in. Do please send in as much as you can. We've not totaled up the votes yet. Outlaw, give me your vote if you can here. I cannot, for some reason, I can't see it here live on YouTube. So now we've got an average here of 6.07 for joke number 2. Joke number 1 got 6.16. That's after marking Lauren's vote down to 6, because you can't vote more than 6 for your own joke. Lauren, like Miller, yesterday voted 10. So that means that the The priest blessing the horse that sadly was having its last rites rather than a blessing gets 6.07. And that was sent in by the one and only Ellie. Thank you for that, Ellie. And the winner was... Oh, no, the wrong way around. The boss joke was sent in by Ellie, and that was 6.07. The horse racing joke was sent in by Lauren, and that was 6.16. And I declare it the winner. And it was a photo finish. So let's have a look, see who's saying what in the chat room. Love my kitchen and cooking, says Fleur. Yorkshire for me, says Kirsty. So good morning to you, and welcome to the Good Morning Buzzers room. A little bit late in the day to Alf Albright. Good morning, Buzzers. Please send in loads of stuff for tomorrow for Thursday's show. Good morning, Buzzers. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.